So if you also write songs, I'm sure you've had experiences where you'll have like a super cool idea, and you'll sit down with it for, like hours, days, weeks, whatever, and like nothing is coming to you, and you can't figure it out, and it's like way frustrating. Better Days, however, was not one of those songs for me. Zach wrote and recorded the instrumental for it, and he sent it over to me, and he was like, hey, do you want to use this? And I listened through it in the car, and I was like, okay. And I played it again, and like by the second playthrough, I had almost all of the melodies in my head for what I was gonna sing. And then by like the third or fourth playthrough, like half the lyrics were done. And I was just like, moving right along. It was like everything came out so easy. Like the whole vocal writing process for Better Days was like 20 minutes, if that. And I recorded my pre-pro vocals for it here, and I sent it to the guys, and I was like, yo, what do you think? And they were like, okay. And so, obviously it made the final cut of the record. But it's funny because, from the time that Zach sent me the original instrumental pre-pros, from when I recorded my demo vocals, and I showed the guys the songs, we showed the producers the songs, and we recorded it for real. From like that whole time frame, almost nothing changed from like the original pre-production of the song. Like everything just fell together so easily, and it was like so perfect, and that like almost never happened, so that was really cool. But as far as like what the song means, it's one that I kind of want to leave open to interpretation a little bit for the listener to get whatever they need out of it. But I wrote it more or less about the fear of not knowing what happens to us after we die, and trying to find comfort in the fact that we'll never truly know until we know. I'm not really one to tell anybody what they should and shouldn't believe in, but for me personally, I like to think that there's something, better for us waiting after this life. Now, whether that's like a heaven or afterlife or, whatever you want to call it, like I said, that's for you to decide for yourself. But there's one particular line in the chorus that, pretty much sums up the entire song, and that is, if there's nothing after this, I think I'd rather live in bliss. And basically what I meant when I wrote that is it's more or less a metaphor for having faith in the fact that, no matter what happens, it's going to be all right. And if there really is nothing, that's okay. And I would rather live my life now as if there is, if that makes sense. I would rather live my life now with some sense of, purpose in something greater than myself. But yeah, that's basically Better Days.